Sell in May and go away. Now, everyone talks about this in the traditional markets. They talk about it in Bitcoin, but I haven't seen too many people talk about this with XRP. So I want to understand, go through the data and figure out whether or not we should be, in fact, selling in May and going away. Now, by this little thing that people talk about, they essentially mean, right, buying in around November. That's when the parabolic moves seem to start for the overall markets, and then selling in May, right? Because people want to chill for a little bit of time. So this is what we're going to be going through in today's video, but also looking at what's happening with the market, because lovely to see our trade is back in the profit. And for the people who were telling you that I was hiding something, this is the same trade I have had open for probably 2 to 3 weeks now since we had this big push to the downside. This was in the red. We hit some of our stop losses on the way down, but in yesterday's video we added 5,000 XRP live on this channel while we were still in the red, and now we are back in the green. So I am showing you guys transparently how I'm doing these trades. If you want to do something similar, we have a link to Blowfin in the description. You guys can trade futures on this exchange, XRP. It works phenomenally well, and the key to Blowfin is you don't need to provide your personal details, because that is what we want to protect in this market. So you can sign up from anywhere in the world and you don't need to give them your personal details. So pause the video, go and grab yourself this new exchange, and you can get the benefits that come by using the links in my description. Now, with that said, guys, on a technical level, XRP right now just looks to me like it's retested previous resistance, and now it could be making waves for its next leg upwards. Now, XRP on the day is actually still down slightly, but Bitcoin is actually starting to make its next move, hopefully to the upside, after everyone was scared that the sell in May tradition was going to happen and we were going to collapse. In fact, we are trying our resistance once again. So no guarantees what happens here next, but I'd be waiting patiently to see if we get an opportunity ahead of us. Now, of course, we do have a big news event happening today, the FOMC meeting, and we are going to find out whether or not there's going to be any rate cuts, but apparently there probably isn't. But this video is about something much more interesting. How can we make more money from XRP? As you know, here on this channel, I have 2 different investment strategies. One is just simple buy and hold long-term investing. The second is our low leverage trading strategy, which you see in play here. The reason why I do this is I do it with projects that I actually also believe in and hold in my spot bag. That way, instead of taking money from my spot bag potentially too early, I just take the money from the leverage trade, and then that way I don't really care, because if the price continues to go up, happy days, got the spot back. If the price goes down, happy days, I got money to add to my leverage trade, or I can be comfortable waiting in my spot because I know I've actually already made profits. And this is how I overcome what makes most traders lose, which is their emotion. This is my own strategy, something I like to talk about. You guys have to come up with your own strategy. Now, with that in mind, let's talk about it. Let's figure out, is there an opportunity here for XRP? So what I did first on my main channel for Bitcoin is I said I was trying to figure out, if we sell in May and go away, does this idea work for Bitcoin? So what I said, please go and find the best prices of Bitcoin on exactly the 1st of May and the 1st of November, every year starting in 2017. From there, I want you to calculate the 2 scenarios, one being investing $1,000 into Bitcoin on the 1st of November and just holding, and the second being investing $1,000 on the 1st of November every year, but selling everything on May 1st, and then when the next November 1st comes around, you reinvest everything back in, plus one extra $1,000. Please take time to make sure you figure this out correctly, and then give a summary at the end of which includes how much Bitcoin was accumulated and the final value now. So if you want to see the answer to the Bitcoin equation, go to my main channel. The link is in the description and you can figure that out. But I asked it to then do exactly the same thing for XRP. All right, so now we have a quick recap. Where we bought, where we sold, where we were holding. Scenario 1 is the classic buy and hold. Put $1,000 into XRP 1st of November 2017 all the way to 2024. The reason why I chose 2017 was because that is where I started to invest into the cryptocurrency market. So these are all of the times we would have bought on the 1st of November 2017 all the way to 2024. And this is the amount of XRP we get each time. Now, the interesting part, sell in May and go away. Put $1,000 in plus all accumulated cash. Liquidate all of the XRP for cash and sit in it until the next November. Now, what did we get? So first of all, selling in May rotation would have absolutely crushed holding over this period of time. The edge comes almost entirely from two monster exits. May the 1st, 2021, the post-SEC lawsuit pumped to $1.65. And then May 2025, breakout above $2. Now, I know a lot of you people out there don't like to sell, and I understand that. And again, I take you back to the low leverage trading strategy, which is the reason why I do both. I hold and I sell, right? We can do both if we use that similar strategy. But this is what happened, right? So by the end of 2024, by putting $1,000 in every year and then selling and then reaccumulating, we got $75,000 by the end. However, if from 2017 till now, you just bought and held, you would have got $21,000. So from 2017 to now, you would have made a lot more money selling in May and going away. There's a very interesting result to this test. Now, I want to hear from you guys in the description. Do you think that this is worthwhile doing? Or do you think if you do this, you take the risk of missing the parabolic move to the upside? Again, using this exact information, you could do the low leverage strategy and do exactly this and then still have your spot bag, for example, all right? But I would be worried to sell my spot bag in its entirety as we did in this test, because I do think there is going to be another parabolic move to the upside, and it just might not happen in that gap where we are holding it. It might happen in the gap where we're holding cash. So it's a very interesting outcome, guys, and hopefully you enjoyed this little thought experiment. If you did, subscribe and turn on the notifications and leave me an idea of a thought experiment we could do together next, because I want to provide you guys with as much value, because we're seeing this go around on the internet and everyone's saying to do it. So I wanted to understand, should we do it? Is it worthwhile? And with that said, guys, if you do want an exchange to trade on that isn't going to ask you for your personal details, we have Blowfin. Now, over on Blowfin, I have been doing a number of different things, but one of them is the copy trading test that we have been running here on Blowfin. We can see here that I now have $40,000 in this copy trader. This is Quantoshi. They're an algorithmic trading company, and I have made quite a significant amount of money, and that is why I've been increasing the amount of money I've been putting into this. But I am risking my own money, guys. So don't do this without research, okay? There are future gains does not guarantee past gains doesn't guarantee future profits, right? So if you want to stick to the futures trading, you can trade XRP of leverage. If you want to stick with the spot trading, you can trade it with leverage, and all the while using a platform that does not require any personal details, which is really why I like using it, and it works phenomenally well. So the links for that are down there in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.